everybody, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is our continuation of Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader on the Void Shadows DLC, and of course, still in, let's hope we keep it going all the way to the end, Grim Darkness mode. We left off last time, and as you can see, we are with Kibula. We have come down to hunt down some heretics. We're supposed to be in disguise. We have the Steel Mistress and the Flaming Voice, aka Jocasta Beck and Master, I wish I could remember his name. Plant a rumor of impending raid among the workers using local gossip. Identify Nemesite's accomplices among the commoners. Set a sense of impunity in the raiders by removing the deck enforcer. Okay. Well, here's Whip. I believe he to be the deck enforcer. An old burn spread across her body in a scarlet blotch, a look of contempt. A heavy baton covered in blood and symbolizing boundless power. A fierce leather whip she lashes with both her hand and her gaze. What are you looking at, beggars? You finish your shift, you go back to the barracks. You start your shift, you check in with the foreman, and get to work before Tilda comes to pat you on the back. I assume that's her baton. Not all baton on your back. I guess the disguise is working, but I'd rather not spend the next few watches in the medbay because of a misunderstanding. Flaming Voice always makes jests when he is nervous or irritated. Furnace Master, Master at Arms, apologies for not recognizing you. Godierda. We are conducting an inquest. Answer the spinner's questions. I hope your report will be useful. Oh, a whole 45% chance. Let the enforcers converse, so we'll keep an eye on those around us. The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of the very order they despise. But why do they not realize that the enforcer is a shield as much as a lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me the same way. In the past I did not understand, but now do the lay people see spinners performing their duty to the Undying One or enforcers performing theirs to the Domin as monsters? Give it a go. Way, day after day she watches serfs labor away, exhausting the last vestiges of strength. And there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource she is commanded to use and then discard. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds. A group of workers wearing red scarves were seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated that they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on their clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks, and it muddles the trail. But we also found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterwards. We sealed off the access and reduced the air supply to the bait at its tunnels to the absolute minimum. Now you can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There's no way they could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere. Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in this trying hour. Let his tarot show me the way. I breathe in essence made from the ashes and blood of his faithful, and it lightens the mind, granting it the grace of reading his grace. A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move of their own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is the Martyr. See a tear of blood washed over the pale features in the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face. A portent from him, the Undying One blesses me to take Whip. The minions of Nemesite fear her. When her soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors will feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web. I cannot sever Whip's thread with a blade, for the serfs would recognize me as one of the spinners and lose all courage. But the spark of the machine's spirits in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this, and thus the web will be spun. I'll stand there and start spinning a blade.
No rest, only duty, only death.
Reactor Attendant Overseer.
The dead know nothing.
Ah, right. Got it, got it.
The ignorant.
I have to... potentially wait for her to go backwards. Got it. Got it. Okay, so I can only assume that she'll come back past here. Not you guys.
Follow my steps.
The life force will be sparked out, I can only assume. Hear footsteps. He is. Okay, that wouldn't exactly say was very well put together by the game. He died in a random corner. Stain. Long time no see, Spindle. Tell me, what does silence taste like? Are they using a secret code? With that flaming voice, he would never even speak to me. Everyone knows silence doesn't taste like anything. If you want to earn rations, you better start dealing in words. Speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment, the impudence in his gaze and words when he turns them to us. He is unclean and he knows it. He is unrepentant. That's a funny look, Heinrich. You have a funny-looking companion. Are you here to sell or to buy? And before you answer, remember the first rule. Every word has a price. Are we bargaining for information with this lowlife now? It is the duty of every serf to aid the rogue trader and associates freely and willingly. Oh boy, here it comes. Who's that with you? An enforcer and a spitter? Do you want me dead? If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck, so off you go. Putting stimulant on the needle's tip will loosen the man's tongue. 85%. What is this feeling? So calm. Fine, ask whatever you want, but then leave. My reputation cost me a lot of blood, and I didn't earn it to have it trampled to dust because you people happened to stop by. You're a liar and a manipulator, petting other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You'll become the bait, sowing confusion among the minions of Nemesis who hope to wait out the lockdown. They think they have enough time. I will deprive them of that confidence. Just had an enforcer die. I swear she did it to herself. Stepped right on a wire and riled up the machine spirits. You lot be careful now. There's a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other. They don't invite me. They say I talk too much. But if they're scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. Of course, everyone's talking about Nemesis. Sure, the foundry and the chapel were big, but he's been helping people all over. A lot of folks are sticking with him now. You can knock my teeth out if I'm lying. Don't got many of those left anyhow. But I'll tell you this, even if someone finds him, they won't rat him out. Set up the snare. Whoops. Really, I see. Well, if that's all you wanted, then can I go? And a rumor. But I do share the Master Arm's indignation. We came here to get information about traitors, not to reveal our secrets. Them to take the bait, it must be compelling. Yes, I see. And our last thing is identify the accomplices among the commoners.
My visions showed this path, and many
Tender.
others.
These are the guys in the corner. My shadow and heed the voice of the crowd. They people huddled together in a pile of sweltering bodies, filthy and battered by the enforcer's batons, reeking of sweat and disease. Their hearts pump blood faster and faster through bulging veins as two of them send red-hot sparks into the air. Their words like a hammer and anvil. That would be hammer. Maybe this guy's called Anvil. The plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it is not the conductive charge. The serfs, they are stirring. The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper decks, both imminent and inevitable. The enforcer's dead. The punishers in the upper decks will soon follow Nemesis' trail. This is our chance. We need to act. This is it. I can sense that the prey is close. They have little fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need a spark to ignite the flames, something that will convince Nemesight's followers that they are strong, that the Domin's servants are diminished. Wait for the right moment and then light the spark. They tell us this how it's meant to be, just because they were born on the upper decks and we down below in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat on the fruits of our labors? Revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine. Hammer's voice rumbles and the lay people listen, their hands clench in fists. No matter how hard you work, they will wring everything out of you and give you nothing. Who allowed this to happen? The rogue trader? Her name be damned. A Grox on the throne. A tyrant throwing our bones into the furnace of her protectorate. Shut your foul mouth, void dog. Flaming voice, no, it is too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What did you say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food, and shelter. You insolent deadbeats. I can see why you have gathered here, and I would like to you start another rebellion. If you do not disperse, I will give the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4. Tyrant's lackey, if you do this, you'll die with us, you madman. Protect Lord Captain and the crew? I see you've never met an infernus before. Their faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will they hunt? Will the hunt be thwarted? No. Small thorn blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across the anvil's neck. If I had wished it, she would be dead, but she continues to breathe and to bleed and to scream furiously as she looks for me. The rogue trader's assassins are here. Look, they wanted to kill me. Find the assassins. The spark is lit. The lay people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving. Their faces are ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the mass of bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened people are dangerous people. The hunt was meant to go differently, but such is the Undying One's will. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly, bearded technomat, low as the roar of a furnace. Furnace smells of sweat and sacred unguents. He is not afraid, he merely pretends to be. Beneath the shudder of terror, I hear excitement. Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Have we not labored with the sweat of our brows? Have we not perished from the outbursts of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished? The furnace's words make the crowd seethe even more. Heavy, strong, enormous hands whose blows should be feared, a great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either. A powerful leader recognized by the whole pack. Flame burns high, for there is strong fuel at his heart. These people have amassed many grievances. The enforcers are cruel to them, for they believe that fear eradicates treason. The officers despise them, for their clothes and hands are filthy. The quartermaster rob them and withhold what is owed to them, for their clan is not strong enough to make demands. They are vulnerable. Their hearts are vulnerable. The Undying One commands us to spin a web to catch such hearts before they plunge into the abyss of treason. And so I am spinning the web. There is something else mixed into their righteous indignation, something that taunts them, excites them, angers them. It is something foul hovering in the air, aberration. I told my thoughts to her, for it is her people that are standing before me. What should you do, the one whose tread I anoint with my blood? My words frighten them, wound them, because they are just, and that makes their anger swell all the more. Why are you surprised? Have the officers ever treated us otherwise? A new voice. Sandpaper rough. Tears through the rumbling crowd. Its owner is ragged and filthy, and a feverish gleam burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's minds like rot festering upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly. That's because you're afraid of them. They're not afraid of you. They have the almighty baton. All you have is the source of power that feeds the whole ship. Why should they take you for granted? It serves you right, you cowards. His ugly shriek spills like venom upon the sweating faces as they slowly draw closer and closer. Sense the smell hanging over the crowd. I take a deep breath, and something stupefying, noxious, and luscious disturbs my senses. It's no ordinary odor, but something subtle and foul. It carries the same stench as rot. Skinny and scrawny, Rot leers at me with his gaping mouth. He is nobody who has nothing. His body has wasted away from disease. His hands are 5 fingers short. His fate is sealed, and that makes him convincing. Everyone knows he has nothing to gain for himself and thus no reason to lie. His poverty is his armor. And possesses the authority to execute pardon. Am I to hear her thoughts? Takes care of you all for such a burden, but she cannot save everyone. She only cares about her flunkies. The bile spraying from Rot's mouth sizzles the workers' minds like acid. It is burning them through. We will not commit rebellion, but we will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by villains either. The law and the Emperor are on our side. A young woman steps forth, slender and supple like a rapier. They want to crush us with the fear of death. Let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness. The ring call is a command, pressing itself into their hearts. The foul stench of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet. She is fragile, but there is strength in her, an authority taken for granted and understood by everyone. She is clearly ready to command, with legions willing to die for such maidens. Beautiful and resolute as they are, she carries no banner in her hand, for she herself is the banner. For the warp, 70%. That tantalizing elusive scent of rage, it is more than a stench, it is a tool, the weapon of the despicable trio, which they use to influence the minds of laity, invisible, intoxicating their minds. So yes, I believe we have Nurgle. I'm going to go for Slanesh, and I'm going to potentially then go for... I mean, you would think Khorne. Crowd reeks of the flowering treason. I delve to its root and realize what it is that affects his will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey to him, but these three. Instigators, they are determined to make this decision for themselves, dragging the souls of all around into the fires of violence with them. They are impudent upstarts who have put themselves above him, and above me, the second spinner of the blood-spun web. His chosen servant, realization of such audacity burns my very soul. A joint around me drowns out my own thoughts and stops me from focusing on her image. The answer, they do not fear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell. Threatening, pointing fingers, cursing, they dare not strike, not yet, but already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute. Well, I'm not going to speak. I'm either going to stand firm and not resist, or I'm about to start slaughtering everybody. I mean, true to nature, I think I should lose myself in the dance of blood, but true to the Domin, aka CC, I think I should stand firm and not resist. My breath is growing short, my bones are crunching, somebody is screaming in my face, I endure the stench. You hear me no more, they cannot, for the poison of disobedience has utterly filled their minds. Okay. I can bear it no longer, the blades in my hands sing, the blood streaks across astonished faces, I am done speaking and extorting, I merely dance on the thread that I have spun. I bestow death and blessed wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rot's severed hands fall at my feet and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. My brethren. Did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air like the stench of impending defeat. Two bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. Third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor, useless meat. They reveal anything with a 15? They can, very little. The faint traces of the vile mutations that twisted their bodies, foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat, the deformed, strangely colored brains of their crushed skulls that spawned the heresy of sedition. They huddled in the corners, ashamed of their own subservience. They tried to convince themselves that blood they so foolishly spilt would absolve them, but they know it is not enough. The threads have not yet been cut. I realize with astonishment that they are standing close to me, flaming voices furiously reproaching all those who had only recently joined the revolt, while Steel Mistress booms like a siren, shaking a maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now. A thorough runs through the strands of my consciousness. Is this Domin Sisi? Can I truly feel her again, or am I imagining it? I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puddles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a signal. My hand finds the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It is time for a divination in the blood of the dead. It will reveal to me the name of their unholy master. It's all the heart of the spread. The Harlequin, inverted, lies, manipulation, a shadow play blocking my path. But it is a lie exposed, a deception that must be revealed. The Hound, I gaze at the card and its depiction of the Astra Militarum armored vehicle that bears that formidable name. The pursuit of truth, sacrifice, and victory. This is me, and I am on the right track. The Preacher, a man who carries an idea and proclaims it, but who is it? Nemesite, one of the supporters? Someone already slain or someone still alive? The divination is unclear, and so I draw a fourth card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know more. The Aguila, his holy image watches me from within the card, and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. The Undying One has manifested his omen in the traitor's blood. The hunt that has begun will be completed by unveiling a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who espouses faith in the Emperor on this vessel. The ship's confessor is in league with Nemesite. He will be the next prey. Wow, that would be someone who I actually accused of helping the Gene Stealers. Guess I was a chapter on an enemy too soon, so to say. So now we will go and we will have words with the Ecclesiarch, and we will see what he's got to say for himself. On our void ship bridge, no doubt. Yes, I tried. You know, I get it, I'm the blood spinner, but I tried not to shed blood. Tried to, I believe, follow the path of Domin Sisi. Okay, I'm in my own chambers. Interrogate the ship's confessor. I'd love to. Where is he? What are you doing? Is he taking a bath? Master of ablutions, perform your ablutions. Shrine, Von Valencia's void ship. Yeah, so I'm not in the shrine, I'm in my own quarters. Oh, wait. I was supposed to come down and... Oh, we got a note here. His jargon is irrelevant. Voidkir's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources, all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at, uncovering spies, and this one was a senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for too long for his removal to go painlessly for the Protectorate. Besides, he is no fool. He could not have seriously expected me to become the next Von Valencia's line when his skills and talents as Master of Whispers are so valuable. Let his disinheritance serve as a humiliation but instructive lesson from which he may yet learn. Oh, interesting. Glimmer in the darkness of endless space, filling you with an odd sense of dread. Final transcription with the chartists are complete. The fiery wrecking is now fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinate center received by the bridge. Target's estimate time of arrival in the system. Interesting. Cracked data slate. These items are new to the Void DLC, that's all I'm going to say. Dead eyes of this fierce monster forever capture the fear and pain of its final movement. Not entirely sure what it is. Okay, I can only assume that I'm a little bit confused. I'm close to Nemesis. The traitor is Adalbert, the ship's confessor. I feel like I'm... I feel like I'm almost supposed to relax with Dom in CC and then get a message. I don't know if I'm... Hang on, let's take a bath with my grenade still attached, as per always. This. Grateful muscles welcome the chance to rest. Pleasant languor spreads through your body as you allow yourself a moment of relaxation. By accompanying a pleasant conversation. Relax and close your eyes. Tension slowly retreats as you bring yourself to complete stillness, joint by joint, muscle by muscle, pore by pore. Before long, you have surrendered the bastion of your body to the bliss of oblivion. Troubles, worries, loss, such things do not belong in this newly established dominion of tranquility. There are only the infinite waters of weightlessness, in which, stripped of all things superficial, the mind of C.C. von Valancius drifts in silent bliss. It is a conscious mind what fills this consciousness. Thoughts of those who keep her afloat in these waters, who will drown and who will she manage to pull to the surface. Strands of fate are fragile, yet woven together they are strong. Not everyone is destined to see the voyage through to its end, but no one will be forgotten. Moment of serenity soon fades, the body reclaims the mind, binding it once more to the familiar shell of flesh, sinew, and bone. It's worthy of a rogue trader. I assume I can do it again. Yes, I can. There is an achievement to basically invite everybody. So, potentially quickly fire that one through at some point. But no, it seems... I don't know. Seems I have to go to... Woo, excuse me, folks. Gotta sneeze, you gotta sneeze. But I assume I have to go to the Void Ship Shrine then, myself. To hear the Confessor's confession. The divination revealed that you stand beside the enemy Nemesis, speak only the truth for the Domin and the Undying One. And if any of the people on a tyrant minion are two faithful servants of opposing sides, two souls that have rejected everything else for the sake of duty. I now truly see that your collision with him was inevitable. And let a mournful sigh, I was warned about your visit, CC, as well as its purpose. My son, the protector of those whose blood you feed upon, whose hard work has paid for your content life on the upper decks of this ship. Your pet Tormentor who extols death is right. I know Nemesis. I assist him just like him. I am your enemy, CC. Then you hear notes of accusation as deep as a rolling thunder. And I am also the enemy of your cruel regime, where life is dirt under the Enforcer's feet, where man has nothing to eat, writhes in fear, and knows no hope. I thought I'd been pretty kind to my crew so far, to be honest. I feel like this should have been avoidable. You treasonous imposter, to think that I listened to your sermons and was anointed by your hand. You'll choke on your words along with your teeth. I am about to knock out. Your rebellion is to strike against Imperium to the advantage of the enemies of humanity. Repent, for there is no worse fate to be deprived of his light. A manipulator who raised himself up by standing on the corpses of others. I am not judging you. On the contrary, I could use a man of such talents. Why should I? If the dogs have come looking for blood, they will not leave without a kill. Such is your vicious nature. Tortured doubtlings on the confessor's face for a moment before being succeeded by his former conviction. Even if your intentions are pure, you are too tainted, poisoned. No, the matter is clear. You or us, peace and coexistence are impossible. Do you serve or do you command? I follow him as he once followed me. Nemesis is my son, if not by blood, then in spirit. I took him in as a willful child, and I fostered the best in him. A passion for justice, the indomitable flame of a fighter, and unyielding determination. I have been preparing him for years. You have raised a living instrument that serves a purpose without question, if not entirely sure of her judgment. Such is his purpose, to be the hope, to break the shackles, to end the centuries of torment that have passed aboard this ship, a great sacrifice for a great cause. You should be familiar with his ways, except that instead of a sower of freedom, you were raised to be an executioner's sword. What else were you lying about? One last confession? Why not? I am not Adalbert. That was the name of an initiate from the clan of confessors who passed away from disease many years ago. I was born in squalor on the lower decks, and at the behest of M, he falters as if he wanted to add something else. And it was by the Emperor's command that I took Adalbert's place through deception, pretending to be him. The dead man had inherited much influence and many thrones from his clan, which hastened my successful rise through the ranks. But it was not for wealth or power that I did this. I accepted the burden of hard work to empower the common people. I paved the way for liberation from oppression and justice, and my part is almost done. I sense no lie in his voice or bearing, Dominicisi. He feels and welcomes death with open arms. The moment favors us. We must learn more. He who betrays his oaths will not deliver Nemesis to us, but from his words we may divine knowledge of our enemy. How did your deception go unnoticed? You were not there for those years of pestilent confessors attending every deck and died in multitudes. You ministers were recruited in every port at every station. Their names and faces blurred together, and we recognized our kin only by their robes. No one who knew Adalbert's true face survived that time. The Emperor saved me from being exposed. This is war, Cece, the war of our liberation. We are willing to die and to kill for it. Because our enemy is brutal and deaf to our pleas, you deserve it. Celebrate reacts to his gesture with due suspicion, sharply gripping her weapon, preparing to eliminate any threat to you. Are you hoping he will save you now? No, we decided otherwise. I am not worth him risking his life. Could not expect to capture him through me. My son has no attachments, for they would only make him weak. He will gladly sacrifice himself for his dream of liberty and equality, and I must do the same. I only grieve that, thanks to your efforts, I cannot be near my son and ease his burden. Attachment makes us weak. Kibala's whisper is barely audible, and you see her face grow more dismal still. You made a weapon out of him, just as he made a weapon out of you. The words of a tyrant inebriated with power and impunity. Nemesis is an idea, and you have the arrogance to believe you can kill an idea made flesh. It is better this way, so keep underestimating him. Any last words? The shackles will fall, and there will be nothing left of your tyranny, nor of you. Abelard speaks without hatred. Even his voice is that of a martyr on his way to glory. Arrest the traitor. I will not make him a martyr. In the face of death for submission. It is not for you to decide my fate. I will make the choice myself. I will surrender my life in the fight for our future. I will die, but I will take you with me. He clicks his fingers, and the initiates who have been standing humbly around him in your direction, their white robes opening to reveal a variety of weapons. For Nemesis, brothers and sisters, for freedom. Lord Captain, this is an ambush. They have been waiting for us.
Attempt at defiance.
Really? This is
demand your death.
Professor Adalbert, Insurgent, Initiate Zek. We've got a few slightly stronger guys. Okay, I can't seem to... Rebel Gunner, Rebel Fighter. A couple more Rebel Fighters, a couple more Insurgents. That's all good. We don't get to move anybody because we've been ambushed. And so, what have we got? We've got an insurgent, a rebel fighter. So Confessor Adalbert, he goes first. And then we have an insurgent in the back corner who does have a pistol. Another insurgent who is, of course, very similarly armed. And then Initiate Zek, who just grenaded our people. 2 of which are dead, and Jocasta you can still see breathing. Makes willpower was test or become stunned. So yes, it is that ability that stunned them. We do also have a chance to immobilize them. Can't really hit any more than one of them. See, we have stunned Initiate Zek. Okay, so he's out of the first round. Then we've got the insurgent on this side. Oh, the insurgent on the other side. Oh no, we've gone too far ahead. We have the insurgent in the back corner. He should be fine. And we have the insurgent behind him. Okay. Let us...
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
No, we didn't really get to do much against him. That's fine. Let us... And he looks like he's got... Is that a flamer or a plasma? It's a flamer. Okay, so... I should have moved. I definitely should have moved. Let us...
I'm
this
not
our front line.
accustomed to being ordered around.
I mean, do I move Kibala to jump behind him and start swinging? There's a question. Let's do that.
I shall not fail.
Then...
Trust me, I will not die in dishonor.
let's swing away.
The shadows will see it done.
Okay, not huge amounts of damage, but we've definitely done a bit. He's not burning, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be immune to burning, if I'm honest. If this creature's wounds drop below 10%, it explodes, dealing a large amount of fire damage to all adjacent creatures. Okay. Inflicts the fire of our effect on his allies, excluding himself. Okay, that is an action he has to take. And okay, time to get flamed, basically.
An unworthy soul.
Very much ouch. We need Heinrich's go, and he's a long way off.
The true believers will inherit.
We could even... Oh, we won't quite lose earlier. We will now.
Scorn the pain.
CC... Yes, earlier it is marked for death. Here and Heinrich's not quite. Is there anything I can do to potentially save her? Although, no, she does go last, so as long as she doesn't actually get killed, then she should be okay. What can we attempt to do to help things out? Rebel Gunner. He's a long way off. Rebel Gunner, he's also going to be a long way off. Rebel Fighter is also a long way off. Okay. What does Fiery Vow go and do? This creature's attack deals additional fire damage equal to the damage of their attacks. Oh, don't like that. I should have equipped myself with a better grenade.
What
Grenades-ho. Hey, yep, that one seemed to have been shielded from the blast. That's alright, we've created a fiery surface. Have fun running through that. Let's shield ourselves from our own damage. And then let's... Oh, of course, yes, let's mark some prey.
Let's see.
Take out that rebel fighter. Let us mark Initiate Zack.
Genius at work.
And let's mark this insurgent. Let's see if we can take out this insurgent with an extra attack.
A wicked.
Oh, that's just rude. 1 health remaining. I mean, come on. And... yeah, I mean, he gets to go before Heinrichs. Rebel fighter. He... oh, he has... heavy rock saw. Okay, he shouldn't, I don't think, be able to reach me. Rebel gunner and rebel gunner. Now, of course, these two are a bit more of a problem. Can't see that rebel gunner. Do I just take out the insurgent? I mean, no, I can do some kind of melee damage against him. I'll get him yet, don't worry. And so...
What if?
extra armor damage, and then penetration. 38, 95 on the guy behind. A little bit better. Let's see if we do it. I mean, it's only a 38% chance, but we'll give it a go.
Schemes within.
Oh, got him. He's down. And we got the rebel fighter for a bit of damage in the back. I am going to run and gun.
Genius at work.
Bring myself up here. And then... who do we attempt to take out? Got this rebel fighter, this insurgent, another rebel fighter. Alright, yeah, the guy in the background. And then our almost dead insurgent coming up. I'm gonna go for this guy.
A wicked thought.
Beautiful. He is now not in the fight either. So that is, I think it's only 2 down technically. The 2 that I shot and took out. But, oh no, I'm sure I killed someone with CC as well. I thought I only started with 13 bad guys. No, sorry, I didn't, did I? I stunned Initiate Zack. But anyway, so there's 2 down. Rebel Gunner, this is going to hurt.
Exile has not ended yet.
Okay, no, okay, earlier is still alive. Not by much, 8 health.
Whispers.
1 health, I
to
think.
me.
Oh dear lord. So 1 health. I need to stop any more health being taken off her. Rebel fighter and rebel fighter in the background. That's not a problem. The insurgent could be a problem. And right. How to do this? I mean, I'm thinking hit the rebel fighter because he is very much going to be aiming for Adira and Iliad. This insurgent could very much be doing that as well with its whole annoying 1 health. I mean, seriously, that's just an absolute annoyance. Come to here.
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
We are now on fire. Right, it's a whole 16 damage though, it's a lot. But we should be able to solve that.
As honor ordains.
Oh, we lost our...
I shall not. Caught by the web. Killing brings me no pleasure.
No.
I am very lucky she didn't just die from fire damage. Let's... blind this insurgent. That might just keep us alive.
Was that
Forwarding
you?
on Elliot, who
Or-
just got a health point.
But of
And then
course.
let's mark a sharpshooter.
Anything
Mark
else?
the confessor. And you know what, let's just
On
mark
it.
this gunner. If only I still had some movement. How many stacks of jump around do I have? Just the one still. Seems a bit odd. Time they kill a target, excluding kills made with death from above. I just killed a target. That's strange. I feel like I should have 2 charges. Anyway, it wouldn't get me any closer to anybody. But, oh, I could move backwards. That would put me back up the top. Or apparently not. Okay. Nope, not allowed to move backwards, apparently.
Crush the feeble!
We bring deliverance.
Boom! Dead! Don't blind the
Anything else?
sharpshooter. Go and add some dodge to
But
yourself.
Of course.
Throne take you.
Let's see to it.
Word of the Emperor to everybody. Damn it, I haven't got the good heal thing on this guy yet. Don't think this is gonna save Elliot, but see? Heal
For
with
the
the Emperor.
throne's glory. I won't object
Make
to
myself big and strong.
it. Let's see to it.
Increase damage. Yeah, I think Elliot's dead. Idira will survive. No, I don't have the I don't have group heal. Oh, and this will push me over the edge. Still do have 1 point to technically go.
Naturally.
Just gain some temporary wounds.
For the throne's glory.
54 damage, not bad.
Only the faithful will ascend.
Oh,
I won't go down easy. Guides me.
missed.
I've never felt pain like this.
And yeah, we need to get rid of all of this ticking fire damage. It's very bad for my health. Okay, so we have 9 guys remaining. Everybody is still protected from my damage. I could attempt to spark both of those guys out. We also have 2 over here. I mean, that would definitely hit those guys. He's on his own. That would hit these guys. That would hit these 2. Two, 4, 6, 7. 2 more hiding somewhere. Oh, 8. 1 hiding somewhere. Oh, here, 9. Aha! He has to go this way.
Anything else? Be strong.
He took the extra damage. I love that. Let us...
On it.
Let's be careful of all of this warp nonsense we have gone and invited. Ooh, Iliad's fire damage has in fact decreased. She might just live.
My soul belongs
She
to the
lived.
Infinity Circuit.
The miracle. And... Let us...
If it serves your cause, I understand your intent. Deal death with my hands.
Promethean leak. The only person next to him was Heinrich, and he is alive still. That's fantastic. So that at least got rid of him doing a giant set of burning me to death right from the start of his turn. Oh, and Dira.
Was it you?
Attempt to mark
Or
down
anything else?
Rebel Gunner. If he's still alive, take out the Rebel Gunner.
Monkey.
Oh, interesting. Not quite sure what put her down. Hang on, let's mend the warp. Or mend reality, I suppose it is. Let us... What have we got left? We've got 7 left. Surgeon we have hiding back there.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
You should get Zack. Oh, is that him immobilized? Yes, it is. He does, however, have a hand flamer with only a 4 range. I'm out of his flamer range, so he can just stay there until we'll kill him next turn. I can't see that insurgent. Let us... nobody's particularly gathered for me to go and weaken them. Let's take
If
him
I
out.
may. Gunsborough, deliver us! Isn't this a job for the
CC,
serfs?
take another shot. Everyone on a bit of a 38%, huh? Everyone. Oh no, except for this guy. How about for a normal shot? 95% as well. Let's do that.
Unpredictable downfall.
Full death. Not going to rebel in slaughter. I'm going to take the extra shot. Oh, what is he doing? Probably just being destroyed. He's immobilized, which is fantastic.
A wicked thought.
Oh, he survived. Although he has 16 burning damage, so he should technically die. Yep, that's all he wrote.
Feel cold.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Let's see.
Balance slaughter, reload.
A wicked thought.
And normal shot against the insurgent.
Another one is shattered.
And once again.
Let's see.
Alright, down to 4. 1, 2, 3, and the sharpshooter at the back is 4. Rebel Gunner gets a go. Rebel Gunner runs away slightly. Well, dodge, stands on Elliot's body. That's just rude.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
Gonna come and
Trust me.
kill this dude.
As the tenets demand. Death is a blessing.
Not the most efficient way to kill someone, but it worked all the same.
Vengeance will be swift.
So what do we have? We have this guy immobilized at the front. We have this sharpshooter at the back, which I'm now going to basically go and block
Everyone
off.
step aside.
So he won't be getting any goes this turn. That's if he even
I
survives
won't
this.
object to it. The Inquisition sends their regards. I'll see our foes obliterated.
basically just keep
But
swinging.
of course, your reckoning is due.
Let's just not worry about that.
I need a foothold.
Let's psychically hit him. Then let's hit him once more. He's on 5 health. If he attempts to run away, he should hopefully die.
The whispers call to me. Will do.
He's still standing. Not good.
Another foe painted black.
He dead.
I'm not
dead.
accustomed to being ordered around.
Alright, fight over. Somebody pick her up. Of course, the good old-fashioned people who always turn up at the end of a fight. Battle's over and silence descends once again upon the chapel. Flakes of ash whirl quietly in the air before coming to rest on the blood trickling slowly across the floor. You ought to see this, Dom and Cece. Keebler leans over the confessor's body and slices off the edge of his collar with her blade, revealing a tiny scar on the back of his neck. It looks just like the one the captured worker in the plasma drive chambers had, except this one clearly healed a long time ago. We now know much more about the enemy. About just how deep the poison of conspiracy runs within the veins of your ship, but Bloodspun Web has wrapped itself around its bays too tightly. The Nemesis can no longer hope to escape. Her ruminations are interrupted by a furious hiss. Saurabak snarls a curse through her teeth and spits at Adalbert's smoking remains. Her left arm hangs limp and her face is mangled by shrapnel. Lord Captain, we have a prisoner. Points her weapon at the man standing hunched over in pain. Permission to finish off the cur. Down with the tyrant. The boar-child initiate who calls himself Zeke clutches a deep wound, glaring at you with hatred. I have questions for you. I doubt you'll like the answers. He promised us freedom. There is no one else among them who is pure. They only care about power and gorging themselves on the scraps you throw them, or else they would have long since turned against you. Where is his hideout? Even the confessor didn't know where it is. He was afraid of spies or of giving his son's secrets away under torture. You see, you can't get to our champion. The confessor said every compartment has people who fight for our cause. They promised to take me into the circle of our most devoted believers. Then I would know, but even then, I would tell you nothing, not even under torture. Yes, Lord Captain, Adalbert had been warned, yet he chose not to flee. Instead, he stayed behind to set a trap for us. Did he really believe this madness would succeed, and he would somehow survive? He did not want to survive. His only hope was to kill. Nemesis managed to turn his adopted father into a blade pointed squarely at the Domin's throat. Just as Adalbert himself had once turned Nemesis into a weapon, neither of them feared death. Too much evidence points to Nemesis being a Kelomorph, a special Xenos breed, a unit bred for subversion. Kelomorph utilizes the discontent of the masses and incites them to revolt, with the end goal of removing local rulers loyal to the Imperium and installing gene-stealer cultists in their place. This creature wears the mask of a populist leader, one who inspires a mutinous rabble. It will not stop until one of you is dead, CC. Do not kill him in vain. Those who follow the tenets of the web know that, just as we serve death, so too does it serve us. Allow the death of this man to become an instrument in your hands, Dom and Cece. Pass off the traitor's body as that of Nemesis. Instill fear in his supporters. The enemy will be forced to act to undo this deception, exposing himself in the process. We will do as Keebler proposes. We will make certain that the lower deckers believe their hero to be dead. We will leave the body to hang for a good long while, that the hopes of the mutineers may rot alongside with the corpse. He's angry. That is one traitor dealt with, Lord Captain, but how many more have been poisoned by the false confessor's heresy? A new spiritual shepherd must be appointed quickly to banish any mutinous thoughts sown by the traitor from the minds of the crew and to strengthen their faith and obedience. Without the ship's confessor, the rabble will begin to whisper that the Emperor has forsaken us, and such doubts will only play into the rebels' hands. Since the Voidsmen are wavering in their faith, let the High Factotum find a true servant of the Ecclesiarch elsewhere. I will gain Righteous Fervor. Attack crafts and torpedoes gain +2 void movement points. The prayers of the Confessor Adalbert have roused the crew to purge any and all foes of the God Emperor and service the weapons of his wrath with exemplary vigor. Appoint a loyal crew member who is known for the strength of their faith. Someone the Children of the Void will recognize as their own. We do not want any outsiders. Shield strength on each side of the flagship is increased by 10%. These servants of Confessor Zerman have inspired the crew to defend the vessel with all their might and devote their greater efforts to serving the machine spirits to sustain the blessed shields. I trust the Bloodspun Web and grant the cult the honor of guiding the congregation aboard my ship. This flagship gains 50% critical hit chance. The sacraments of Confessor Tercitius have blessed the crew with a vision of how they might rain unrelenting death down upon vessels and seek out their vulnerabilities in the heat of battle. Or I can deal with it myself and gain righteous further. I can't do the heretical option, of course, so I'm going to go for the shield one. I will order the chapel be restored as well. I gained blessed shields. I will send agents to every deck. The next time Nemesis raises his head, which I am certain will happen sooner rather than later, we will be one step ahead of him and not the other way around. So now I await the Enforcer's report. Is something wrong? I'm thinking about Nemesis, my adversary. The more I learn about him, the more I see a vague reflection of myself. A twisted reflection, perhaps, but all too familiar. Like me, he was forced to tread the path of servitude from an early age, stripped of everything that might stand in the way of duty. A champion and a zealot left with nothing but an idea, forged and tempered by his mentor. Prove yourself before God Emperor's gaze, and the tenets of the web are stronger than whatever Nemesis believes. Okay. A true servant of the God Emperor with his apostate is a heresy unto itself. That's obviously a very dogmatic approach. You are different. He is a murderer, but you understand the true value of death. You are indeed alike, and it is up to you to prove before the God Emperor's gaze that the tenets of the web are stronger than whatever Nemesis believes in. Yes, Domin Cece, your words echo through my soul. We are in accord. Nemesis will fall, for his ways are dark and have led him astray. Alright, and we gained a level. That was just a simple hand flamer. Chasing chest plate. I think that's what I'm wearing. No, it's not. Fire Blessed Carapace. I don't want the chasing chest plate anyway. We did, however, get Fiery Retribution. Power Pick. Has an extra action which increases armor penetration for all subsequent attacks made against the same target by +10 for 1 round. Maybe. Heavy leather armor. And a fire grenade. The Aguila Anima, a fragment of the Cathedral Eternal Redemption brought from the Shrine World Solace 6. Now rest. Offer a prayer. You recite a prayer, the one you remember best. A prayer was offered. Ooh, a heavy rock saw. I don't think we want one of those. We'll keep the... No, we don't want the thunder hammer either. We'll simply take the flame grenades.
They will see. Oh, yes.
I've heard about
Imperium,
this.
more known as the Ferrum Fatum. Legend had it that the head split when it cracked open the skull of the Lozen demon Brenazar the Flayer. Very nice. Nope. Before I go to another compartment yet, is there anything else we have here? Damn it.
My house would be proud.
Ancient looking chainsaw without a fuel engine rests on the weapon rack. The shape of its teeth make you think that the Ulma Universalis, a pattern from the Angevin Crusade era. Okay, so we get a tiny bit more experience. Let's go to another compartment. Oh, we also got... If the target of the wearer's ranged attack fails a toughness resistance test with a -10 penalty, that attack inflicts exhaustion on the target. Maybe, maybe. Let's accept and leave the area. So we are going to go back to the Void Ship Bridge. For now, we will in essence regather the whole crew. And we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to invite someone to relax in my steaming bath with me. There's an achievement for inviting everybody, which we will slowly go and gain. So we'll look to get that done. I also just got an achievement extremely by luck for defeating the ship's confessor without CC taking any damage. Like I said, purely by luck, really. The fact that she missed the first flamer attack is very lucky that she had slightly moved. Hey, what are we potentially thinking? Critical hits reduce armor. If claim the bounty kills an enemy, the bounty hunter's next attack this turn will always score a critical hit. Allows in a 7-cell radius around the target, gain critical hit chance. Gain target difficulty tier movement points. That could be good. Gives critical hit chance against enemies affected with one or more of the following effects: prey trailed or mobilized. Whenever prey that is not being trailed is killed by an ally, the bounty gains an extra attack. I think I'm going to go for this. Although I think we've got that about 3 times over, and I don't know if it actually stacks. So maybe I shouldn't really worry about that too much. I think pierce the armor. If there are more enemies than allies in the frontline area, all allies in the area gain 8% to parry and dodge. Sure, we'll go and grab that. That's not bad at all. Go and grab that. With a single target attack, this attack reduces the target's armor and dodge. Let's just have a quick look. Anything. That we can attempt to push up. Why not chuck some Medicae skill on this guy? Oh, I have. Well as, I think, the advanced version. Yes, I have. Okay, then. I think it's just gotten to the point of picking anything, really. Sure. Enemy is killed by critical hits. When an ally kills prey. Sure, we'll get half the bonuses, I think. That's a very nice one. First time in a round. Bit of defense, almost in a 2-cell radius. Critical hit still minus 29% less damage. Whenever an ally kills a prey, the bounty hunter gains half the bonuses granted by hunt down the prey. Difficulty is 4 or higher. The bounty hunter immediately reloads their weapon and attacks the closest enemy in their line of sight. For the bold. Yeah, let's grab that. Each attack when unit ability addition increases armor and parry by 1%. Not bad. Critical hits deal less damage. It's an enemy with an attack opportunity. Attack must make a willpower resistance test. Or they think I am the scariest thing in the world. At the start of the Vanguard's turn, before the temporary wounds are lost. We have an enemy that consists of Vanguard approach target enters salutation to the Vanguard. That enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. I mean, I think let's start building him. I'm going to have to obviously get the taunt. Let's start building him, I think, as if I am going to go and get that and make him the priority target as much as possible. All combat tactics bonuses are increased by 5% if the area was not moved for 2 rounds. Whereas in the area, gain 8% parry and dodge. There are no enemies in the backline area. The first attack in the turn made by every ally in the area costs -1 AP less. Go and grab that. Have to start to remember to use the areas, that's all. And half the bonuses, quite possibly. Hot on the trail. Now has for the range that reduces armor by -15% for 2 rounds, so very useful. Now we don't have much in the way of armor reduction. Any of the extra damage of time effects is suffering from any of the others at the same time. All of these damage of time effects deal 30% more damage. All enemies suffering from any damage over time effects inflicted by the executioner have their incoming damage over time from any source increased by 20%. Toxin inflicted by the executioner dies. All enemies in the 2-cell radius around the enemy suffer 3 levels of toxin. Damage over time effects inflicted by the executioner gain 20% critical hit chance. First instance of damage dealt by the execution damage over time effects in a round reduces the inflicted enemy's armor by 13%. 50% of their damage. Now, if only I'd had that in the last fight, people would be alive. Okay, so that's everybody's levels. Let's go back to my captain quarters very quickly. I don't know if we can have a lovely group bathe. Whether it must be done one by one, but like I said, there's an achievement of inviting everybody. I would like to take a bath again with grenades intact. Although yes, I've lost one because I've used it in the fight. I need to re-equip that actually. And we definitely know who we're inviting first. That's going to be Heinrichs. Let's see how uncomfortable I can make the Inquisitor. Yep, so we can't invite all of them at the same time. Heinrichs. CC, this is a matter of terrible urgency, or is that what you stretch across Heinrich's face when he sees you relaxing in the water? But did you call me here for your own amusement? On second thought, don't answer. I think I have assessed the situation for myself. I suppose you desire entertainment very well. I will give you something to occupy your time. A simple game of intellect that is often played in our conclave. I will give you a fact about my life, and you will have to discern whether it is truth or lie. Shall we begin? I betrayed my family and caused the death of innocent people, and I was never held accountable for my actions. Awareness test has failed. Logic is 0%. Failed. Truth. Truth and a lie at the same time. Yes, the description is factually accurate, yet context lends a different flavor to the events. I once belonged to a house of Imperial Knight pilots. My younger sisters wanted a coat of arms like the ones that adorned the hulls of our mounty machines. So one day I stole a cutter and used it to remove a coat of arms from my uncle's knight. There was a scandal the next morning. Someone had defaced a sacred machine inside our residence. I was soon discovered, and my uncle, kind as always, named me a traitor to the family and demanded my execution. In the end, however, I was merely reprimanded, and the guards in charge of watching the knight were executed instead. I hope you have enjoyed our game together, CC, but now I must return to my duties. Well, he was boring. Let's finish. He was very boring. Let's go for one more. This time we're going to go for someone hopefully a lot more fun. And I'm going to invite Idira. And, yeah. Hopefully she's not going to simply give me a riddle. We shall see what happens. Like I said, hopefully we'll have someone that's a little bit more fun. Okay, Heinrichs is no longer here. Interesting. They actually get crossed off, so to say. Idira. This is nice. 5 of my cabins could fit in here. And don't get me started on that rusty nook I call a shower. But I'm pretty sure you didn't call me in here just so I'd die of envy, did you? Tell me a joke. What's the difference between a warp storm and a dispute at the Adeptus Administratum? At least there's a chance a warp storm might end. Oh, ha ha ha. Do you know any more? How many tech priests does it take to change a lumen? 3. 1 to wave a sensor, 1 to pray to the Omnissiah, and the 3rd to servitorize a serf to do all the work for them. Alright, one final joke. What you call an unsanctioned psyker's cabin? An emergency airlock. That be all, you may leave. Have a nice soak, Lord Captain. It's strange, no one actually joins me. Finish. End dialogue. Okay. I'll go for just one more because, I mean, there was 9 altogether. This gets us a third of the way through. We will be looking to get the achievement. We'll do some more later, though. Let's not spam them all out in one go. And let's go and grab... Ooh, now who do we want to go for? Thinking Seneschal, maybe a little bit. See someone from my retinue. Let's go J. I think this conversation won't actually be that interesting. Are you in need of entertainment? Well, do not worry. I have the perfect solution. I will show you how to combine the joys of drinking and the rigors of intellectual recreation into one incredible pastime. Oh! At least she's actually lounging on the edge. She's getting there. We'll play a game of Regicide, but instead of pieces, we will use shots of Amasec. The rules are simple. When you capture an opponent's piece, you have to take a shot. Ready? Let's play. Stop Jay from cheating. Allow Jay to take the lead so you can keep a clear head. Or Carouse, play fair. Alright, we're going to go for awareness. Failed. Is this the 3rd time you've taken this piece, or are you seeing triple? And why is Jay clapping as though she has won? Are you alright, Shireen? Here, have some water. Do not worry. I will glad to play another round with you later if you want to try and even the score. Right now, though, you should get some rest. Oh, and for the love of the Exalted One, do not fall asleep in the bathtub. Finish. I'm in there just, look, I'm just sat down cross-legged. I don't know how relaxing that can be, but right, we are out. Let's just continue now. Let's bring ourselves back to the bridge. So yes, the most entertainment I would say so far was actually Jay. And again, yeah, none of them even... I thought they would at least all get in, you know. It was, yeah. Wasn't as entertaining as it could be. Okay. That inflicts... Let's go to info. What is exhaustion? The next successful attack against this character will score a critical hit. That's pretty nice. Using reload with any weapon costs -1 AP less. Yeah, very much. Let us... That noise was. It seemed... Whoa, that's a rather dramatic sounding noise now. I don't remember that. Oh, we can simply go and equip you. That's very nice. Nice indeed. Let us come this way. Let's get some heavy leather armor on our seneschal. He's the only one that's currently wearing heavy armor anyway. Let's come to Argenta. Oh, we don't have... Well, it's not much of an upgrade. It has a much, much greater range, though. Called Scorching Retribution. The target area on fire for 1 round. Okay. We'll keep that marked ready. One-handed melee weapon. Nope, that can just go to cargo. Attachment from death. That would be Dira, if anybody. But I do like my lightning too much, really. Increase the wielder's Law of Xenos by +10. If the wearer has Iconoclast adherent, it increases all skills by +10 instead. Use of Valor Soul increases the wearer's perception by +10 to the end of combat, and it stacks.
I am powerless to act.
Oh, it comes onto one of these instead. Are you telling me that reload takes 3 for this? Increase the wielder's Law Xenos by +10. The wearer has Iconoclast adherent increases all skills by +10. All skills by +10. Keep the reload costing -1 because that's just nice. Because, you know, I mean, basically on this, we have people that have their specifics, but there are going to be times when I'm on my own. And getting a +10 to everything is just going to, you know, like those skill checks I've just gone and done, for instance. Would have been a little bit easier with a +10 to my abilities, basically. In case I decide to go down that route. A bio dagger. Toxic knife, and a bio dagger. Would be worth me actually going to two-handed for a little while. Although she's not trained in two-handed. And she doesn't really end up using multiple attacks in a round either. Might be worth going there just to start using Toxin. To add extra damage over time. My attacks, as that always works out very well for me. We get bonus damage with this guy's melee. If I deal damage with a melee attack, I gain 6 temporary wounds, but I get extra zero extra damage. Oh, the Infernical. That can brace. It only does a line of damage, but it is a much bigger line of damage. Let's get the Infernical on for now. We'll try and get... Although it doesn't... Yes. Not as much damage as the Infernical, but the area is so much bigger. And that's kind of, I feel like, what this weapon's going to be used for. You know, a big mass clearing of bad guys. If we end up using Argenta again, that would be. Type in ascending order. Let's have a look at our extras. Things like this. Deadeye Shot. We're not going to use that. Plus 10 to lower the warp, which we certainly are not going to be using with Argenta. Okay. Let's go back to... So if we keep it on this for a second. Melter Gun, which I don't think I'm going to be using. Cargo. Leather armor of medium quality. I don't think pretty much anyone's going to be wanting to use this either. He is in light armor. He's in Eldari armor. He's also in light armor, but he's got a nice little suit going on now. Boys at cargo. At cargo as well. The heretical hood. Yeah, we'll I don't know. No, I'm still unsure about that one basically. Home of excess. That's add that to cargo. Like a battle boots. And then let's just double check the actual equipment. You can have a crack grenade. Which one does this one do? Armor penetration and pushes targets 3 cells away. Frag grenade 14 to 26. 26 to 51. I think that is our best grenade. Let's definitely grab that for damage. And then I am thinking this one. Blinds enemies for 2 turns if they fail a toughness test. Let's go for the stun grenade. Fourth grenade for a crack grenade. Make sure that Ibala, yep, has her med kits. We're also looking pretty good with what you've got. To strengthen weapon skill. How much? 2 rounds? Yes, 2 turns, in fact. Well-deserved rest. The character will have a higher initiative in the next combat. This is a one-time bonus that disappears after the combat ends. You feel thoroughly refreshed and ready to take on new challenges. Oh, very nice. There you go. We've gotten all that done. Let's jump in and... well, let's see if we can actually get anywhere. I have been trying to move around the Coronis Expanse, and every warp ship jump involves a new activity. This is an uncharted system. That's Gartner routes coming out of it. Got a couple... oh, we... Latosian's Passage. We found another star. And then we also got a couple of new warp routes come up as well. Okay, let's visit this star and see what we find. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too much going on. Oh, we have lovely cache. Oh, yes. Archaeotech Mechanism Fragment. I remember these. And Phlogiston. We are going to go and set up an extractor on that. Again. Resources. Just a little bit of experience. Our small rock. No, 2 plasteel. Not going to go and grab that. You get quite a lot of plasteel in this, so we will be able to find some with like 5s and 6s, or maybe even more. So we won't waste an extractor on a 2. 4 Promethium? Yeah, let's grab 4 Promethium. And let us go back to the map. That was a nice, easy system. We don't, however... seem to have any particularly good route coming out of it. We are trying to get further up or further across. We do, of course, have this uncharted system, or we can come across to Langren's Belt. I'm a little bit wanting to go to Langren's Belt. We're going to go and make that unsafe. And warp travel. The Wintergate has found out that the secret gas factoriums had been stolen from him. However, he is willing to leave that unfortunate incident. Waterreap, ungodly fiends spread sorcerous disease, walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. No measures are taken immediately, the entire bay could be turned to a den of heresy. I'll go and kill them. It saves me some goods and gets me a bit of experience. Let's go and kill some Nurgle, I believe. I believe it did say death and disease. Disease is Nurgle. So, yeah, let's go and kill some Nurgle. If it was anger, we'd know it'd be Khorne. If it was depravity, we'd know it'd be Slaanesh. And if it was just confusing as crazy, we'd know it would be, Tzeentch. Okay, we've got a couple of Plague Bearers down here. And a Cultist of Nurgle. We've got another Cultist of Nurgle just inside here. We have an Explosive Barrel. Okay, so we've got 4 in here. And then we've got 1 Cultist of Nurgle. 4 Victim. Another Cultist. That's 3 more. We've definitely got some more somewhere. I just can't find them. What did I say? 4 in here, I think? 5 in here. No, 4. I lied. 4. 3 I can find in here. Okay, so we're missing some cultists somewhere. Let us... Gas, of course, goes first, and then we have the Plague Bearer and the Plague Bearer. Although, wait, that's that Plague Bearer. Ah, we've got 3 right in the middle here. That pretty much gives us everybody. And then a bunch of cultists of Nurgle. Let us... I'm going to send CC... Sorry, Cass this way. CC can... Apparently that's shielded all the way around me, except on the face that actually has something to be shielded behind. Very strange. Don't know where I'm going to go and put that one. Yep, apparently I'm now hiding behind something. Crazy. We're going to come down and try and help to wreak havoc down here. Well, then Heinrichs is going to come this way. I'm going to try and avoid all explosive barrels, especially as I think Cass is about to explode half of them. Again, very weirdly, I don't know, the cover in this room needs looking at. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to keep Elliot in here to help out. So there you go. We have a lovely 3-3 divide. Cass, she is going to simply come straight to here. And we can't really get anyone else in the mix. That's fine.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
He's not stunned. Not stunned. And I'm just going to go for this guy not being stunned. No, he's not. Incoming toxic damage restores the creature's wounds. Okay, Heinrichs is... What's wrong with Heinrichs? Curse of Rust. Oh.
I am a navigator, not a servant. Try to die with grace, at least.
One down. Cults of Nurgle. Stunned. Plague Bearer. Stunned. Job done. Let us...
That is foolishness, if I may. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Get them both in that, and that will be Cass CC. You actually shoot anyone from here? Yes, you can shoot this plague bearer, although not very well. You can shoot this cultist of Nurgle and this plague bearer. That one has a lot of cover, apparently. Okay, but on that we can
A genius at work.
mark all 3 of them as prey.
Schemes within schemes.
Need to make sure I remember to swap Keebler's weapons around. Otherwise that could get quite painful. And let us...
What if?
Plague Bearer gets a go. Take out the cultist from Nurgle.
Let's see. A predictable downfall.
Got one guy here. We've got 2 guys around here. Come to here. Give her prescience. And start to weaken our plague bearer ever so slightly. Need a whole bunch more. AP.
A wicked thought.
You're telling me I can shoot the people in this room as well. That's rather special. And the people down here, apparently. Go for it.
Another one.
Beautiful shot. Simply go and entrench. That's a pretty quick plague bearer.
If I must.
Let's go and weaken him a little bit. And unfortunately, another creature suffers immediate damage. It erupts with poisonous pus, dealing 8 damage to all adjacent creatures. No. It's a no.
If it serves your cause.
We'll mark some more prey. I think he's going to go and throw some snot at me as well. Yes, he is.
Scorn death and unbelievers.
There is just death going everywhere in here. Let us switch weapons because there's, we don't want to start poisoning these guys. Get blood damage on the go. Gonna risk this. Might not be the best idea going.
The shadows will see it done.
And
as honor ordains.
let's gain the gift of torment. Grenades going everywhere. This place
Down easy.
is simply a toxic paradise. Let's... Did I get myself? Yes, I did. And let's charge in.
I won't object to it.
Let's potentially just take him out
Let's see to it. I'm done with
very
this
easily
one.
once more.
But of course, Lord
Generate
Captain,
yourself. It was filled with a putrid smell. That is true.
Stop mocking.
0 damage taken, however. Oh, don't go too far. Stand next to each other if you don't mind. More gas cloud grenades.
Anything else?
Could hurt me with some toxic damage. Yep, thought it might get a little bit. But, hey, worth it. Keep taking him out. Warp badness is pretty much as high as it goes. The failed degradation. Expect bad things to constantly be happening.
throne take you.
5 down, 13 up. I'll take it. Let's go and mend that reality a little bit. Of course, it can't go below where it is because, well...
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Be the big bad
If
plague
I
bearer
may.
dead.
As duty demands. Do not dare ask.
Really? One step away.
Isn't this a job for the service?
Might as well give her a small boost, because that's the best I can do. Look at the glowing eyes. Terrifying. Now we do have bonus go, and now good old-fashioned grenades can be thrown. Why not have grenadier? Thought grenades didn't do any damage to my own people. Hang on, I have to check this because this matters a lot. Talents. Oh, no, it's not an origin. It's a base talent, really. Height and piercing. Soldier after integrity, fortress, fire master. Feat of greatness. Shot. Running over violent slaughter, firearm. Battery. French. Yeah, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. And I thought I did, because I thought that's how I can get away with a cheap grenade. And, not ending my turn. Have a quick scan for this, because I really feel like I should. Current feature. First grenade used in combat does not spend AP and does not count towards you. Ah, okay, no. That's something else I must be thinking of. Right then. In that case. I apparently can't use any of my talents, which is interesting. Yes, maybe none of them hopefully counted at this point. So, Grenadier. Let's go and blow this guy up.
Schemes within schemes.
I mean, he may be good against plague damage. Let's basically see how he does. Against a grenade.
See?
And I am actually going to go and use Firearm Mastery. Gives me a lovely free reload. And allows me to remove. Oh, Plague Bearer. Oh, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. I suppose it'll be this guy.
Was that you? Or will do you?
This might be a waste. I might get another go before I actually get around to doing that. Let's Fell in slaughter. Let's shoot. Oh, can't quite see that one. Let's shoot this plague bearer then. That got so angry, then went so calm just at the end. You are marked for demise. Oh, okay.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Yes, we know. We've heard it all.
I understand your intent. If I must. This tedium is beneath me.
Let's just go and skip the extra go. And that's the end of her go. Dodged into...
I will not die in dishonor.
Ah, hilarious. Dodged into toxin, so... yep, everybody is marked as a good old person to be killed. And there's one person left remaining. Runs back and forth a little bit. Can't quite decide where to stop. And will eventually shoot me. And miss. Let's just skip to Adira, who will scream their head into a bloody mess.
I won't go down easy.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
There is only
Curse of
death,
Rust.
yours or mine.
Oh, is this not the way out? Where's the way out? We have to, like, get through the compartment or something? Where's my exit gone? A bit more... Oh, are we not finished? Yeah, we're finished. That's the back entrance of this place. Let's say, are we not finished, maybe? Is there another... Ah, here we go. Cross Expanse map. Got a whole bunch of shotguns. A whole bunch of scrap chainmail. And a couple of gas cloud grenades. Everyone tried poisoning me and then blowing my face off. And that level of attack is extremely unusual for a yellow bead. Aha, we get closer to Muro 79. And we can go to the Forgotten Twins. We are in the rumor of dumped cargo, which is Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, dumped cargo. Guys off sent a valuable piece of cargo from a ship into the rubbish chute. The cargo may have been jettisoned somewhere in the 100 Dreams Crossroad or Langren's Belt. And of course, yes, the part of the component that I just went and found. Promethean. I now have 5 of that, but that is a lot of my Promethean. I do get 3 profit factor. Potentially. How are my colonies doing? We found stuff. Indulgence for sale. Chemicals times 6 Promethean plus times 5, which is why I have 10 Promethean now. What else can I get done? I can get a cure for sloth, and that is it. It costs me 3 chemicals, which I have 7 of. And I get 1 efficiency across everyone. Sure. Here, however, I can get Touched by Holiness, and that's about it. It simply puts Complacency up by 2, which I'm not sure if I want. I need to get some Reputation with Drusians up to 15,000. Now we'll get 3 Profit Factor. That needs Giants, and also starts blocking things off. Okay, so... we'll just tie some other worlds in the guise of the Ecclesiarchy. It gives the opportunity to keep a portion of the proceeds. Drusian reputation up to 15,810. Visit the system. Then I will potentially see if I can up my reputation. It's a big jump, though. Pirates! I think I can fight pirates. Famous last words. Can scan. Jump round to the other systems first. Give them a quick scan. Plasteel 6. We'll go ahead and grab that. That's a decent number. Much better than a 2. We have gone and found a Hecuta pattern plasma battery. 3 shots, 33 damage, long range. Go and chuck that on. Now the question is, do we go left or do we go right? Or in other words, do we go port or do we go starboard? I'm going to go starboard, I think. 4 shots, 14 damage. Let's go 3 shots, 33. And it is long range as opposed to short range as well. We have 200 scrap. To upgrade this will cost me 115. I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're up to 196. Hopefully get a nice bit of scrap from this. Let's begin our scan. Oh, we have a not yet explored, and we have provisions times 5. Tempting. This cold, windy planet is covered in a raging sea of mustard grey grass, so tall it reaches an average human's waist. The monotony of the endless steppe is occasionally broken by chains of murky green lakes, but the Augur crew spots a far more interesting anomaly. A scar running several dozen kilometers deep, splitting the world's equator in two. After 2 exploration watches, the crew intercepts a faint signal coming from one of the labor settlements in the deep chasm. Due to the unstable connection, the foreman mistakes your vessel for a winter-scale ship. One was due to arrive 9 cycles ago. The foreman grimly reports over the weak channel that the adamantine ore deposits on the world are nearly depleted, and that the planet will be fully mined out in less than a decade. With some difficulty, he picks up enough words to understand that the ship in orbit belongs to another rogue trader house, then awkwardly apologizes and falls silent. At some point the connection cuts off completely and you leave the foreman and his prospectors to wait for the real master. Okay, that's boring. I'm gonna go and get 5 provisions. Decent-ish, again, number. And let's go pick a fight with pirates. I think I can deal with pirates without being too absolutely terrifyingly scared. You sight a ship hovering over a void station. The vessel bears no identified marks, but the landing craft swarming the station below makes the situation clear. Pirates have seized an Imperial outpost. The Augurs detect that the pirate ship is warming up its engines and quickly reloading its cannons. It is preparing for battle. Attack first. We are not going to wait for pirates to decide what they want to do. I wonder how many of them there are. I reckon 4. Maybe just 1, because it did just mention 1 in the chat, but they never come in single numbers, so I reckon 4.
You are going to do better with them.
There's 4!
In this crude vessel.
Alright, that sounds a bit weird. Cobra Class Destroyer, that's a simple ship. Viper Class is simple with torpedoes. Viper Class, simple torpedoes. Viper Class, oh, so we have 3 torpedoes and 1 simple. So I'm going to come to here. And I'm going to drop some torpedoes. I'm actually just going to put them directly in front of me. Because I don't quite know which way these guys are going to turn. I feel like it's mostly going to be to our right. Either way, I feel like the torpedoes should be able to do something with that. Come this way. Let us start shooting. Take him out. Let's reinforce my starboard shields. And then that'll be me. Well, I lied. He went to the left. He's obviously going to drop some torpedoes down. Guaranteed. He'll come the other way. And once again, drop some torpedoes down. And I assume he'll pretty much do the same. Yes, a nice arcing turn like this. And drop some torpedoes down. So we have a field littered with torpedoes. Let us take out this guy. Question is, can we take out these torpedoes in the same explosion? No, we couldn't even take him out. He lives. He is, however, now, I believe, about to try and flee. We're, of course, not going to let him. I don't know if this is technically... No, this is probably not out of their range in the slightest. This guy might get to flee. Actually, I could do a lovely full turn, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be in range of all of their torpedoes. Guess a nation, number, evasion 50%. Doesn't give me details on how far they can move, which is really what I was after. Okay. I'm doing a two-part move. Yeah, that wasn't quite what I was actually after, but never mind. Okay, that'll be me. I'm hoping they can't reach me, because they're like, if one can, they pretty much all can. Kind of. No, he's running away. He's out of here. Okay, now I need to try and get behind these torpedoes so that they cannot turn onto me, although they are stacked up beautifully to simply be a pain. Yep, they are stacked up very beautifully to simply be a pain. That should be a distraction, at least for some of them. I don't think he'll be able to reach me. I don't think he'd be able to reach me. He would, though. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come to... I think that might just be far enough away. I'm going to come to there. We turn into them a little bit more, and we'll call that a turn. Don't... Yeah, oh, he's going to clearly go for my torpedoes. He's going to run away. And these two guys shouldn't be able to reach me. They will then drop more torpedoes, however. But that's fine. Might actually get some macro cannons against me as well, yes. All against the shields. We'll probably also get macro cannons against me. No, didn't get anything, actually, which is very weird. Okay, starboard. Oh. We can hit it with dorsal weapons as well. Come on, don't fail me. Beautiful. Come around to here. That will be out of... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to reach this guy. He's got, what, 2 turns till he disappears? I think he's going to manage to snake away. Come around to here. These cannons shouldn't be able to get to me. Cannons. Torpedoes. They should be, shouldn't have the turning circle. Let's go and put the starboard shields back into being reinforced. He will probably be able to get to me this round, I would think. Yeah, I think he's long gone. I don't think I'm catching him. Okay, so they're not going to be any trouble anymore. The ones he's about to drop will be a trouble. We started to get through the shields. There you go, there's his torpedoes. Need a speed boost so I can chase this guy down. I don't think that's going to happen. He may be able to, I think I've just put myself in the path of those torpedoes. Right, let's reinforce the rear shields. Let's recycle those shields as well. And, yep, we'll leave it at that. He is now, I think, about to disappear. Oh, gonna sneak in on the side. How much damage did that do to me? Oh, not too much. Oh, in fact, I think it did almost no,
They pale before our mastery of the void.
Fortunately, one did get away. So I lost a little bit on scrap, and I lost a little bit on experience. Oh, there you go. We only take 9 scrap to repair. We gained 66, so that's very nice. Plundered Void Station. And let's jump in and say hello to whoever's hiding in here. I think I do know who's hiding and what's waiting for us, so I'm not particularly worried. He left. Oh, the tea always runs out, ladies and gentlemen. It's a horrifying fact. Of course, we'll attempt to get... Oh. You have... Doth have some bad guys. Let's come in here.
This galaxy is my playground.
A gunner. Oh, hang on, let's come into my inventory. Place a grenade in there. Let's place a grenade in there. Waiting for it to put me... one more step, come on. Come on, one more step.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Can't see where I'm...
Oh,
damn it.
glorious spectacle of your demise.
That was the point where I was about to throw the grenade. That was the place I needed to be in. So I believe there are 3 bosses from remembering this guy. We've got Ulash the Slayer. We have... Sure, we've got another one around here. Another couple. Gil the Psycho. We've got 30 enemies here. Wow, that's a very large number. We have... I'm sure we've got one up here as well. Gonna... Slasher. Here we are. Remy the Lead Rain. Keebler's going to definitely get up there. Or even in here and start to really have some fun. Ulas the Slayer... Ulas the Slasher. Our poisoners get to go first, and our cutters from the back. Cutters, I'm going to assume, are all melee, though. I'm not too worried about those guys. Yes, they are. Gil the Psycho, you look like you have a... You've got a flamer. That sounds fun. And so then we have... another set of poisoners coming in from back here. They all look melee. They've probably got a grenade, though. Set of gunners from back here. Set of thugs from up front. They're not going to be too much of a problem. And a set of gunners from up here as well. Remy the Lead Rain, he won't be a problem to begin with. And slashers also from back here. Then we get all of my goes, and we finish with Gil the Psycho. And some thugs in the background. Okay, so... prepare for battle. So Cass, and then strangely, Iliad goes first. All of these cutters were back up here, weren't they? Yes, they were. Oh no, they were the guys at the back. That's fine. They won't get to me in one turn. Now, I want to be in a lovely position to generally shoot everybody as they come down. Step you behind this one. Elliot, I'm thinking behind here. This little thing will become a bit of an annoyance for anyone coming down this corner, but it gives me pretty good access to most of the map. Keebler. Have you come stand behind here for now. Heinrichs. Have you tuck yourself in here. And Idira. Have you tuck yourself in here for now. Okay. Then we're going to open up with the standard, hello, how are you doing? What does this drop? Going to drop Ulas the Slashers. Willpower and toughness. Can't quite see the guy in the corner. How rude. Let's make sure we get Ulas the Slasher.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Painted black.
A whole bunch of them just dropped dead. The rest, however, look like they might get to have their go. That's not good enough, is it? Oh, let's make sure we get the Slasher. There he is. Okay, 30 down to 25, and Ulash, you are beautifully stunned. Very nice. Alright then. That was the opening move. Let us still have a beautiful view from back here as well. If I was to then say perfect spot.
If
Over
it serves
penetration.
your cause.
And let's also go for extra damage. Then let's aim for this fun guy at the front. And hopefully we'll kill both of them.
Xenos pet.
I hear you moving. No more.
Beautiful. That's him dead. And the other gunner severely wounded. Last the slasher gets to do nothing. These guys are all going to run forward. Or just stand there in a lovely clump. That works just well for me as well. If I tuck myself in here, can I spark these guys off? Oh, I can. Also, potentially done a whole bunch of people. Decision. Let's go for the stun.
On it. Be gone.
Psychic assault. These guys are now stunned. The gunners will not get a go. And then let us definitely give famous... Oh, she's right next to me.
But of course.
Ibla some prescience. Go ahead. I can't see Gil the Psycho. Can't see Ulash the Slasher. I'm very much guessing I can't see Lead Rain. Cannot. Let's go and simply mark.
Will do.
This cutter. Make him a little bit blind. And then we'll mark some prey.
Was that you? Or
Probably should have done the same with Elliot, but I don't know. I wasn't
anything else?
sure on the whole prey thing. It kind of would be much better, I think, for the whole prey thing if I actually had Argenta. Because with her bolt pistol, or bolter I should actually say, and then suddenly able to go mental on everybody, that would work out pretty well. Let's put the cutter a little bit more, and then all damage again. Who are we likely to start shooting? Probably not really him. Might in fact be... No, it won't be the cutter. I don't think I can see any of them. Might in fact be Ulas the Slasher. Mark him as trailed. Guys then get to have all that go, and they get to run forward in a lovely big group.
Get to it.
Gunners run forward a bit. Everybody shoots Adira.
Get to it.
Thug. He shall not be left to stand as a lovely parry. Those gunners are both stunned.
Here we go.
Come on, Lead Rain, come down for the fight. You shouldn't get to do anything, really. Controlled shot. Flashes them come forward as well. And Ebola. Combat ally becomes target for psychic power skill. They gain that till the end of combat. Beautiful. Let us... Single target melee attack. We're not going to do a single target melee attack, so...
Death comes in silence.
Come and attempt to attack all of these guys in one lovely big hit.
Caught by the web.
Let us... So close.
As honor ordains.
Where?
My blade whispers your name.
And a parry? I didn't say you could parry.
As the tenants demand.
Dodge, dodge, and a hit. That's terrible. Now, I don't go back to where I started from. I would happily go back to there, but I'd rather not go back to where I started from.
Trust me.
Gain some bonus stats, and I wish I'd gotten a heroic act. Love to have done Death Waltz there at this point.
High momentum.
And now I get the heroic act. Let's make it so
Schemes
none of our own
schemes.
attacks basically take ourselves out. Let's
Let's see.
Why me?
you're fine, don't worry about it. And I'm assuming I cannot hit him in the corner. No, I cannot. If I was going to go to there, I wouldn't be able to hit him. Interesting. Even from there, he's nicely tucked into cover, I'll tell you that much. If I come to there, I will be his target, but most people have gone this round, except for some thugs at the back, and Gil the Psycho, who could be fun. If I come to here, however, I can focus a grenade in there.
What if?
Want to dodge? How very much dare he? Let's go and
A genius at work.
mark some prey.
Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
Go for some over penetration.
Unpredictable downfall.
Wish I could be able to see him. And let's blind him. Put full warning on CC. Run and gun, regimental tactics. How about if I don't move and then I try and shoot? No, I can't get any more than one in an attack, unfortunately. Then why don't we... Oh, how about if I were to come here and then shoot this guy?
Oh, a genius at work. Names another.
Yeah, there's one dead. Okay, well, I think we started on 35 bad guys. Or was it 30? I can't remember. We've killed 10 or 15 people so far. I could go to Heroic Act. Might leave that. Good old Heinrichs. Nope, they're just still standing. Come to here and
The Emperor is
flash
on our
away.
side.
I definitely should have done a few other things first.
Your reckoning is due.
He's stunned, but he's not going to die is the problem. I should
For
have
the
done
throne's
this.
glory.
I should have done this.
Naturally.
Something. This. I should have done. Use this for free, so I may as well. Piradira. And
Let's see to it.
gain some temporary hit points. And then daring
Someone's
breach.
death wish is mine to grant. But of course, I'm done with this one.
Will not do anything further there. I'm going to come and stand in the middle of these guys.
Get me a target.
Start swinging away.
Inquisition sends their regards. For
Keep
the
swinging
throne
away.
be gone.
Another one dead. Did I blind this guy? I think I did.
Not this Scryer's job.
Ah, whoops. Sorry, wrong one.
We'll do.
That one first.
Anything else?
Oh, that'll do.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Stand by here. Kill the psycho. Yep, nothing to do. I don't know if either he's stunned or whether he's just stuck, but he decided against any action. And we have the thugs all just lining up to be hit. Look at them in that beautiful line. He is no longer going to be stunned. Ulash the Slasher. If I was to come here, yes, the problem is that although I might not hurt my own people, I can very much stun them. I'd rather not do that, so a little bit further forward.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
And let's go for that.
The fury of House Orcelio.
17 down to 14. Down.
Taste the
To 11.
navigator's might.
I should have given her the thing that if you kill 5 people in one turn, you gain all that momentum. She happily kills that many people in one turn. I don't think I've sensory deprived this guy. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's start stacking some weaknesses against him. Then let's mend reality a little bit.
Not a servitor.
12 extra points of movement. Go ahead and give an extra turn. We've got 3 gunners and the lead rain, and then 4 slashers.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
What? Every time an enemy is killed by the Blade Dancer's allies, the number of MP on the Blade Dancer's next turn is increased by +2. I guess extra turns don't count. Good to know.
I am your blade and shield.
I'm done with this one.
Wow, did you see all those numbers come out of him?
The shadows will let your soul be purged. Trust me. Come, the other side awaits.
Do some sensory deprivation.
I shall not
Let's go and hit
fail.
that on. Leave it at that. That was a little bit disappointing. Can only assume that, yep, all 12 stacks of that still exist. Yeah. So in fact, can you shoot him from where you are? I'm gonna guess no. I was correct. Let us go and
If it serves your cause,
basically do the exact same tick
this
of things.
tedium is beneath me.
Then let's shoot him in the face.
If it serves your cause.
There you go. What's he gonna do now? Cutting edge?
Let's get to it.
I mean, I'd be surprised if he can even hit anybody. Can't even get to anybody. Let us... Everyone's a nice far distance away. I don't think I'm going to be getting anybody with anything like lightning. Though if I was to come here,
They who
Lightning
defend
abound.
the future on the battlefield.
Have a bit of that. Then
Will do.
let us
Was that you?
weaken this guy a little bit. And can we now see the lead rain? No, we can't. Let's just do a bit of sensory deprivation on that guy.
Scared yet?
Stop it!
Out of my way.
They're all shooting at Adira.
Let's get to it.
Cubula, now you get your 10,000 movement points.
I bring mercy and retribution.
Let us come to here, let us say hello, and then let's jump behind him.
My blade whispers your
Simply
name.
because it looks cool.
Trust me. Let your soul be purged. Caught by the web.
Then I've only got one jump remaining. Gift of Torment. Let's just do it that. And then
Schemes within schemes within schemes.
schemes within schemes within schemes.
You are marked for
10
demise.
health remaining. Leave it at that for now.
Let's see.
In a knot. No, I pressed the wrong button. That's gonna affect my stats horribly.
Predictable.
Couple more deaths.
downfall.
And it also wastes a turn because I had an attack and then I used run and gun. I hadn't used my attack and then I wasted my. Yeah, it was definitely a horrible misclick. Heinrichs, you come here and simply finish
I
this
need
guy
a
off.
foothold.
Where I left him alive.
Your reckoning is due.
Make Heinrichs feel special. Yeah, can't really see anybody to hit, unfortunately. Can't really get any closer to anybody, unfortunately, either. Take one step forward. And... oh wow, the heroic staff ability is blocking all of my attacks, it seems. Interesting. You either go heroic or you do nothing.
I know what is to come.
I guess I'll be doing nothing, because I don't want to use that heroic ability at this point. Come to here. And gaze at Remy the Lead Rain. Gaze at him again. Look into my eyes. Yeah, he did.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Think you can shoot
Isn't
that
this
guy.
a job for the serfs?
Could if you had any bullets in you. There you go, we've now reloaded. Come to here.
If I must.
Click on that.
I understand your
Go
intent.
for that one. And can I hit
If
him?
it serves your cause, I deal death with my hands.
Yep, he did.
There is movement in the Empyrean.
Let's see how that makes them feel. Oh wow. They are just about holding on her. 9 health apiece. Perfect 9 health apiece.
At least.
He's dead.
as the tenets demand. 1 foe or 100. I will kill them all.
And I take a slow step towards the last guy.
I will leave footprints
and
of
chop him in
scarlet.
half.
Killing brings me no pleasure.
End of combat. Well, that was fun. Go see what Guild the Psycho is going to give me. A helmet. Gunslinger's helmet grants the wearer's ranged attacks plus 2% damage. What have we got here? Splinter pistol. Always add that to cargo. Power maul. You can always add that to cargo. And a bolt pistol. And then unstable flamer. Let's grab that and the helmet back for my perusal. Come over here. Ulas the Slasher has a Drukhari glaive and radiant chest plate. Will cost me a heavy armor proficiency. Have any... No goods, really. No goods in this wonderful place.
Blood is my life. Death is my duty.
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance, my genius
We get a
blossoms.
nullifying
Oh,
shotgun.
how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
Yeah, said that once. And grants 10 bonus to a ballistic skill for Aldari. We wonder who will be getting that.
What lies beyond?
And through we come. Well, now there's gotta be some more loot in this place than this. Let's have a quick check on the map. Oh. Is that a dead person? I don't think it was, actually. Oh, it's back here. That'll be, there you go, some loot in the corner. There had to be more than what we could see. Multi-key and a bit of random loot.
Patience. Oh, my nerves are frayed.
We're very low on loot there, to be honest. And then a little bit more random trash, basically. Okay, and so the Void Station has been cleared. The Void Station that will bring us nightmares in the future. And so if we have a quick look at our inventory, we change it back to newest to oldest. Come to our Aldari. 50% critical hit chance to ranged attacks against enemies with less than 50% wounds left. 10 bonus to ballistic skill. Let's just give the 10 bonus to ballistic skill. We have a nullifying shotgun, which very much tempting. Keep you with the combat shotgun, that's fine. The revolver. Anyway, we have the Radiant chest plate, base armor property plus 2 deflection against area attacks plus 7 fellowship plus minus 5% dodge. The only one we have currently able to wear heavy armor is our glorious Mr. Abe. And yeah, a tiny bit better, not much, but a smidge. Grants to wear his ranged attacks 0% plus 0% damage. Come back to me and have a look how that actually stacks. Plus 0% damage. Really? Okay, that seems to do absolutely nothing. Unstable Flamer. We will not be replacing the Infernical with that. Of course, have our Archaeotech piece. And that is about really. Okay. Go back to the map of the Cronus Expanse. And let's go to our next destination. I don't know, did I scan? I have scanned, okay. We have Nameless Star, where we have an unending war going on. And down here we have Save the Aldari Survivors and the Forgotten Twins star system, which apparently is somewhere that I really have to visit. Your plan was a success. Our provocation against Nemesis and the killing of the traitor Adalbert has brought out all the rest of them. My enforcers have captured a number of suspicious individuals and beaten the truth out of them. That scum Nemesis wishes to avenge his mentor's death and plans to raid the ceremony of the officer's anointment. Since the impious Adalbert has turned out to be an apostate, it is the new confessor's duty to ensure that the officers retake their oath to the God Emperor. Traditionally, the ceremony is attended by the officers' families, and it is they who are the target of the mutineer. He wishes to slaughter all of the ship's elite in one fell swoop. I have ordered a trap to be set for Nemesis. Would you like to be personally involved in the operation? We replace the civilians with enforcers and their relatives of the appropriate age. Dress them all in the formal clothes and hide their weapons underneath. When Nemesis tries to strike, he will find only cruel disappointment for the last time in his worthless life. Necessary for the sake of secrecy, let me assure you, all of the people will gladly risk their families for the good of the Von Valancius dynasty without fear or hesitation. And taking charge of this operation, connect me to the squad commanders. You receive the officer's reports. Thanks to your experience, you quickly discover a number of flaws in their tactics and make a few small but crucial changes. The enforcers respond with deep respect in their voices. You hear a burst of interference, followed by Kibala joining the channel. Dom and Sisi, the whispers of death, are uttering the name of Nemesis ever more loudly. I must meet the enemy face to face. Very well, we will capture him together. So be it. There you go, we have our beautiful squad. And as per always, we never quite made our destination. Traveling around has been a little bit slow, but once I now have hopefully killed Nemesis, I am suspecting this saga and, in essence, the Void Shadow extras to be over. We can maybe get around to running around the Cronus Expanse a little bit more. The Rose of Disguise enforcers are listening to Confessor's words in silence. All around you are Saurback's chosen people, each dressed as a member of the officers' families. Close by, a kind-looking old woman is fumbling with a starched handkerchief. Catching your eye, she smiles with a mouth that is missing half its teeth, then whispers, "Everything is going as planned, your ladyship." Look at the participants in the ceremony. The facade is holding, with everyone playing their role perfectly. The Master at Arms must have instructed them thoroughly and shown them how best to conceal their weapons. All of them are wearing their best, and even you cannot tell where they are hiding their armaments. Belinda Traufgold, Lord Captain. Transferred from the Enforcers with the rank of Senior Lieutenant to the staff of your ladyship's quarters on account of my age and declining health. But as you can see, there's no such thing as a former Enforcer. Advanced in years. I guess the Master at Arms remembers how Belinda used to be the best shot among the Enforcers back in the day, and knows that my eye and hand have not diminished over the years. I spent 40 years on duty, and to this day I can tell if a man is carrying contraband in his pocket just by the way he is walking. I'm grateful to Mistress Saurback for the honor. I don't want to die in my bed. Let me fall in battle defending the Lord Captain and crushing traitors. Belinda gives an imperious yet absent-minded nod and dabs her eyes with a handkerchief. Judging by the way that serf in the back row keeps glancing around, our Nemesis has swallowed the bait just like the void rat he is. The porridge will hit the fan any moment now. A most benign smile crosses her face. The ceremony comes to an end, the vows are given, and the forehead of every officer is graced with the touch of the Confessor. Now comes the moment for the closing prayer. And may the God Emperor protect us. A loud and menacing voice booms through the hall, cutting short the sacred words. But not today!
You cannot stop the angels, faithful!
Clearly a gene stealer going on. Wow! For a trap that was set...
Defensive position! Do not let a single one break through!
A lot of people got hit, is all I'm saying.
Another annoyance.
13, however, we have not been flanked because of the trap we set. We have a lot of Enforcer officers with us. Nice bit of pretty much 60 health around the board. We have here a hell of a lot of targets, basically. S is going to come stand down here and just attempt to... I reckon we're going to get about half of them. The Kelamorph. There he is. Well, he's got 3 arms to hold weapons in. A Promise of Freedom, a Promise of Retribution, and a Deadshot Stub Revolver. I mean, come on! I feel like they kind of failed that one a little bit, you know? Promise of Freedom, Promise of Retribution, Promise of... I don't know, Hope? Equality? Like, it could have been a promise of almost anything else, but instead we just get a Deadshot Stub Revolver. I don't know, it's just disappointing a little bit, you know? Kibala... I'll stand you in here. Dira, let's bring you forward a smidge. Oh, we've had Kibala, CC. Yep, just back. No, let's step one back slightly. Heinrichs. Hide yourself in there. And... Elliot, hide yourself next to Cece. Okay. Time. Do we have time for this? Yes, we do probably have time for the fight, but probably not all the talking that comes afterwards, which I will get stuck in. And unfortunately, you can't save in those moments. I'm hoping it auto-saves when I exit now, as... Well, I actually have no idea if it will, and I can't manual save, because we are on Grim Darkness. So, on that, ladies and gentlemen, as you can guess, we have come to the end of the stream. We are going to leave it there, and when we come back next time, we will crush the heretics on board my ship who are following this idiotic Kelamorph, sorry. Polymorph, Kelamorph, same thing. Who, as you can see, is clearly a gene stealer. These guys, on the other hand... Oh, they have Physaline. How about the Insurgents? They do not have Physaline. They are, however, gene stealers as well. Oh, we have Rot. He escaped. Laborer. So all the Laborers have Physaline. That's dangerous. That very much needs to be sorted out. That's okay. We'll see what we can do. Like I said, that is the end of the episode. So thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until we see you again,